You're listening to the 49 Carats Podcast, a 49ers Goldmine production with Stephanie Sanchez.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the 49 Carats Podcast. I'm your host, Steph, back with another prospect interview. Joining me today is San Jose State cornerback Nehemiah Shelton. How you doing today, Nehemiah?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Not too bad. And for those of you guys tuning in, thank you. Make sure you guys drop a thumbs up, show some love. But now let's get into some of these questions. Nehemiah, you played most of your collegiate career at San Jose State, but you also spent a year at Long Beach City College. Tell us a little bit about that journey. How did the opportunity to play at San Jose State come about?
It's crazy. I was just at Long Beach City College not too long ago, about last week, stopped by, and I was just telling my mom how it's just so crazy that I went here and how it's just been such a long journey, and I'm just grateful for how far I came. Coming out of high school, I was about 150-some pounds, so pretty much didn't get a scholarship off of not passing the eye test, and I had some pretty good film, but at the same time, just wasn't big enough at the time to play at the D1 level, which I always wanted to do. Had a couple D2 offers, but ended up taking the JUCO route because D1 is what I dreamed of playing ever since a little kid. So just stayed the course, and I stayed down with it. Went to junior college, had a great and phenomenal first year there, and I was one and done. So qualifier, had the grades and everything. Got a scholarship from Coach Will Harris to go play at San Jose State, and they was the first team to believe in me, so I went with them.
Nice. And you did grow up in SoCal, right? In Gardena, California?
Yeah, but I was born in Tracy, California. I moved up
Okay.
there, started high school to go to Sarah, Gardena.
Okay, awesome. So was it a point of emphasis for you to want to stay in California, or is that just kind of how it worked out? Because you did mention San Jose State was one of the first teams that offered. Did you want to stay in California?
Not necessarily. I really wanted the best opportunity that came to me from the get-go. So whichever was the best team, had the best record, whoever had the best program, like that's where I honestly wanted to go. But it all ended up working out and being pretty convenient for my parents and my family to be able to come to all my games at San Jose State. And we ended up playing a lot of good teams, Power 5 and stuff like that. So ended up being able to play against the best of the best.
For sure. I mean, San Jose, their program is definitely, on the up and up, I feel like. Was there a year at
Definitely.
San Jose? For sure. Was there a year at
For
San Jose
sure.
State where you felt like you really came into your own as a player and the game just started to slow down a bit for you?
Yeah, I would definitely say in my second year. My first year at San Jose State, I had the opportunity to redshirt. It was the first year where they came out with you could play 4 games and still redshirt, and I was still a little, kind of lightweight at the time. So got the redshirt my first year, and just getting that experience and being able to play in some pretty big games just carried on to the next year with that experience, and the game starts to slow down and stuff like that. And the year after that, it really started to slow down, and it was just, a great journey.
Yeah, for sure. Just building on the previous year, I know that second year at San Jose State was huge for you. You led the team in pass breakup, so definitely it seemed like something for sure clicked. Now there's so much that goes into being a good corner, and I feel like there's all types of different corners, right? And you definitely have the size. What skill set of yours do you pride yourself most in?
I would definitely say film study. I mean, being able to go into the film and see exactly what your opponent's doing before they even do it. So when you get out there, everything, you have a step ahead of the coaches, the players, and everything like that if you did the right studying along the week. So
I'm glad you brought that up because I was actually going to bring that up. So when it comes to film study, what are some of the things you look for in your opponent?
I honestly would say splits for sure. You obviously want to check the splits, what personnel they come out in, what formation. Formations are a big key because teams like to tend to run their top plays and top personnel out of the same formation. So if you're keying in and seeing what they're doing, you're going to be able to, play a step ahead of them at all times.
And when you watch some games over, is there anything that you watch in yourself? Like you're like, oh, I got to fix that, or like, what are you watching when you watch your own tape?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I feel like at corner, you always got to coach technique because I mean, you could do 23 things wrong, and then 23 things right, and then one thing wrong, and that could be the play. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
that they make on you. So you're obviously always consistently teaching technique, obviously at the corner position. So that's something that's never going to change.
Now, do you have a preference between playing press or more off man? Like, what are you most comfortable with?
I'm comfortable with both of them, to be real with you. I can play press. I can get back there, get in my back pedal, and stay square. I can basically do either one, but it kind of depends on the down and distance, the situation of the ball game, depending on when you're going to play press, when you're going to play off, or the scheme of the defense.
Now, you did have an opportunity to show out in front of scouts for a week at the Shrine Bowl. Congrats on that, by the way. How
Appreciate
did
it.
how did it feel to get that invite?
It felt great. I accepted, I think, the day after I got it or the day of I got it. So I was super hyped to get it, super excited to play against the best of the best. Because, coming from a Mountain West, which is a group of five school, you always hear all the time, like, y'all don't play against the best all the time. Y'all don't have the best competition and stuff like that. So it was a great experience to, finally go against the people that they say are the top in the country and be able to perform and, prove what I could bring to the table.
Yeah, of course. It's a big opportunity. And you definitely made the most of it. You had an interception in the game, and I know you were winning some of your one-on-one matchups as well. What'd you think of the overall experience and just how it helped you in the draft process? Did you feel like teams were taking notice after that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I feel like it helped tremendously just because we were able to go to a bowl game where we're getting coached by NFL coaches. So we're already been around that atmosphere, seeing what they're like, how they coach, how they do things, how the programs ran and stuff like that. So being able to be around them and be coached by them, it already gives us, a step ahead of the people that are, also in the draft process, but then be able to, weren't able to go and play at that game. So,
I
it's been a wonderful experience. Met a lot of great dudes, got a lot of great players, a lot of great coaches.
For sure. I know for some players, like those all-star bowl games are kind of their first introduction to like NFL style coaching. For you, like, did you feel like there was anything that stood out as a difference to what you experienced at San Jose State, or any adjustment you felt you had to make?
Not really. I feel like the practice and the intensity and the speed is pretty much what I do every day at San Jose State. We got a pretty good, tight knit team over there. We practice hard all the time, so it's just falling back on the standard.
Yeah, and I saw somewhere that you'd be interested in coaching football someday. Uh, where did that desire come from? Like, was there maybe like a coach in who coached you that kind of inspired you a bit to want to do that, or how'd that come about?
To be honest with you, I just feel like it's just my love for the game. Like I love playing football at all times. I'm really competitive. So just being around the game for as long as I can, even after I play, is something I would definitely be interested in. And yeah, I just feel like I'd be a great coach, a great DC defensive
For sure.
coordinator out there, dialing it up.
Yeah, for sure. I love that. I think it also speaks to like some leadership qualities as well. Um, San Jose State's Pro Day happened, about a month ago. It was March 22nd. And the 49ers, they had a pretty decent crowd checking you guys out, including John Lynch and Adam Peters. How did you feel like you did and how you tested?
I feel like I did good. I obviously wish I would have ran a better 40, but that's a whole nother story. But other than that, though, I feel like I did good, put together a pretty good performance.
All right. And being that you guys are, pretty much in the 49ers backyard, it's only natural that, they get better access into San Jose's program and local prospects like yourself. And so like the 49ers local pro day happened yesterday. What was that experience like, just being in the building, getting to work on the Levi Stadium field and getting to work up and close personal with the coaches?
Yeah, when I first stepped in there, the only thing I could think about is the last time we played there and we had lost to Army. So that was my first thought when I stepped in the building. But overall, it was a wonderful experience. Just living my childhood dream. Grew up as a Niner fan, so being able to be there and showcase my abilities in front of the team, John Lynch, Kyle Shanahan, all the coaches. Like, it was just a great experience, and then great players to work out with and go out there and compete and have fun.
You have a chance to talk to John Lynch at all, or Kyle? What's up?
Yeah, John Lynch came by. He came by, and I when we were working out, already doing the drill. So I just shook his hand. I just said legendary. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a legend. So it kind of caught me by surprise, and I was just like, oh my God, John Lynch right there. So, and I just locked back into the work.
For sure. Do you have any other visits or maybe like top 30 visits coming up?
No, I don't have any at the moment.
Okay. But overall, like, what kind of feedback are you getting from teams so far?
So far, obviously talking about my ball skills. So all the workouts I went to pretty much so far, they just talking about my ball skills. And yeah, that's pretty much it, because we're kind of just going out there doing drills, catching the ball pretty much. But from the East-West, talking about my IQ of the game, what I could bring to the table as far as length. Being hard to get the ball over my head because I'm such a long defender. Pretty much just along those lines.
Yeah, I've so when I did like the thumbnail for this video, I had to like look up your name, look up images of you, right? And like all the images, just like you, just like mossing someone, getting the pass breakup or something. So I was like, okay. So I see how you move, but so now that the pro day has kind of passed, you're more focused on football based training, right? Is there anything?
Yes, thank you. Thank the Lord. Trying to get back the ball.
I know, it's like finally focus on football. Is there anything specific that you're trying to work on before getting to the next level?
Yeah, definitely just working more on my press, because I know at the league you got some really, really good receivers that can get out and break that cushion. So you got to get hands on them at the line at all times. You know what I'm saying, to impede their progress. So definitely doing that, and then just work on my ball skills more, because you get the money by getting that ball. So you know what I'm saying? That's how you get paid at corner. That's how you go out there and get the win for the team.
For sure. And a few of you and your Trojan brothers, you're going through this draft process together. Has there been any, exchanging of advice? You guys staying in touch? The group chat popping?
Nah, we ain't got no group chat, but we tight knit. Like I said, I talk to Junior all the time. I talk to Cooks. I talk to Kyle. We be up there working out at San Jose State still. They all still out here because we just did the local pro day. So, yeah, we tight knit. We always talking, and my brothers for life.
Yeah, I love it. Now, I'll let you get some rest, but I have one more question for you. I like to end all my interviews with this question.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What is a team? What is a fan base getting with Nehemiah Shelton, both on and off the field?
First off, they're gonna get a dog. You know what I'm saying? Someone that's coming out there to really play and put on for the city. And on top of that, just a great guy, a well-rounded guy that likes to give back to the community. I love the fans, love to show love, because I remember when I was that little kid, looking up to the NFL guys, wanting to be them one day. So you're gonna get a great guy for sure.
I love that answer, and I'm sure team will as well. Nehemiah, thank you so much for taking the time. I know this is a busy time for you. You're doing training, you're doing meetings, things like that. So I really appreciate it. And, best of luck. Draft is coming up. It's like 2 weeks away,
yes,
officially, right?
2 weeks. So let's do it.
Do you have any plans for the draft? Or are you just planning to do it with family? Like, what are you doing for that?
Yeah, I'm pretty much planning to do it with family. Just chill with the loved ones, the day ones that's always been there and stayed down. That's pretty much it. I ain't got no plans. Sure. Just getting ready to see what team I'm gonna end up on and go make my mark.
For sure. Well, I hope, selfishly, I hope you stay local. I hope the 49ers, take a chance on you. But wherever you go, I'll definitely be following your journey, and for sure, best of luck.
For sure. Appreciate you. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, of course. And for all you guys that tuned in, make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. But for now, have a good rest of your Thursday, people. Peace.